All right, I'm super excited today. Today we're going to talk about a day in the life of being a real estate agent. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. This one's going to be fun because I'm going to give like the not so good agents in our business day in the life example and what super successful agents do a day in their life. So stay tuned for more. It's going to be really cool. I'm going to have fun with this one. However, before we begin, I've got my calendar link right here. If you want to talk about anything real estate, you want to talk about anything brokerage-wise, you want to talk about anything not real estate related, I don't really care. I'm happy to talk because I love just talking. As you can see, my energy comes off working with people, talking to people, teaching people, bantering, whatever you may call it. Feel free to schedule time on our calendar. Also, subscribe to our channel if you wouldn't mind, Real Estate Fanatics. Hit the notification bell and like our videos. Thank you so much. What is a day in the life of a real estate agent? Well, I got a colleague here. He's really cool. He's pretty awesome. He's kind of got the book he wants to write. I probably won't release the information because I don't know how much of it's common knowledge. But a lot of it's about you have two paths. People can do the same things, but some are successful and some aren't successful. So a lot of that's just based on structuring your day and how to do it. So here's the deal. You're going to get your license as a new agent specifically, and you're going to be like bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, like, come on, world, bring it on, bring it on. But you don't know why you're bringing on. You don't even know what you're supposed to do, right? Your first couple weeks is just getting your license in the MLS and getting all these profiles started, signing on with a brokerage, waiting for user IDs to be given to you, getting E&O insurance, right? It's all the onboarding stuff that you're like, this is taking longer than I thought, right? However, we move forward past that and you're in a lot of training, coaching. So here's the deal. Let's talk about it. So new agent, I'm going to look at this a couple different ways. New agent versus successful agent versus not perhaps challenging agent that's not doing as well as they could. So new agent version is going to look a little bit like, okay, you got to knock out all your basics, right? You have got to get in, interview the brokerages. Don't just sign with the first one that you hear about. Do your homework around that. We have a series of questions we suggest that you ask brokerages to make sure you're getting the right answers. We're always happy to talk about those things too. I'm not for or against any one brokerage. I just have questions that I would ask, just like I would ask to interview anybody. It's really just interview questions, and a lot of these brokerages are really good at giving the right face value answers, but maybe digging a little deeper sometimes and asking more questions is always helpful to get really down to the bottom of the answer. However, with that being said, new agents, you've got to really look at training. I mean, you've got to go figure this out. You are going to get fire hosed. There is no doubt about it. Unless you came from a real estate industry background of some capacity, a lot of this is going to be new to you. How do you lead generate? How do you develop a CRM? How do you market to people? How do you talk to people? How do you do contracts, right? What are your company policies? There's so much to learn about business that it is at least 30 days of mostly just inundation of onboarding, just learning the acronyms, the terminology, how to speak to people on lead generation, like mailers, marketing, envelopes, writing handwritten cards, shooting video, posting on social media. I mean, it is complete chaos. So the right agents have a great mixture of lead generating and training. I would say I would bucket them in those two areas. If you're not knowledgeable, you can't really do your job. But at the same time, if you're not lead generating, then you're not getting any business. So you have to find a good balance of that. So with that being said, what I really look at is, I mean, if you don't have business, you don't have any money coming in. So I would spend, 60% of my time on lead generating in some capacity and 40% on learning. Now, learning could be classes. It could be going to open houses and seeing what others are doing. It could be doing showings on properties. I generally recommend new agents go do 6 or 8 showings a week, just even if it's on their own. Find vacant properties. Go learn what the market's doing. Go with another seasoned agent who's showing a client if they're cool with it, and let you tag along and see how they show the house. There's just a lot of ways to learn on the fly and on the job. Really, that's kind of the two focus areas for new agents until you start getting new business. So I'll kind of keep that neat and simple. But what I will say is you better get in a good habit right off the bat of time blocking. If you just fly by the seat of your pants every day, you're going to start waking up at 9 a.m. because it's a flexible schedule. You're going to let laundry get in your way. You're going to let hey, I got to run the kids to school. Oh, they forgot their lunch. I got to run my lunch to the school or else they don't have lunch for today. All that is going to distract you and get in your way if you want to be a super successful agent. Not saying did not take care of your family. What I'm saying is run this like you work for somebody else, right? Run it like a business. Pretend like you're not your own boss. All right. Now what do we do? Now we're looking at successful agent, I believe, versus agents that could do better. Maybe is the right way to say it. Successful agents, an ideal schedule to me is a lot about prioritizing the night before. The night before, I want to put my calendar together that says, hey, here's the 5 things I need to accomplish. And not only are these the 5 things I need to accomplish, I'm going to rank them by priority. I don't want to start with the easiest, least important thing because it's the easiest thing to do. I want to go ahead and prioritize them. Doesn't mean it has to be hard or easy. I just want to what moves my business forward the most tomorrow, and I'm going to make that number 1. Now I can sleep clear at night, right? I can go and go, okay, in theory, psychologically speaking, I know what my plan is. My brain won't be trying to think of all these things. It's on paper. I can close the book on it. I can go to sleep. Then the next day, I'm going to wake up and I have my routine already kind of scheduled out. So I encourage people to take a 15 to 30 minute them break to get their day off. And what I mean by them break could be meditation, could be just sipping coffee, reading the newspaper, but all electronics are turned off. I'm not checking email first thing in the morning. I'm not checking text messages. I'm literally giving myself me time. The other things that could be layered on top of that or part of the me time is the health aspect. Get to the gym, go walk in the morning, get your body, mind, and soul ready to go for the day. Because we know the day is typically going to be a grind in some capacity. All right, once we kind of complete that, then we want to jump right into our business. What's our first priority? I have a schedule. Typically, I'm up by 6:30 in the morning. I hear some people get up at 4 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, 5 in the morning, whatever the case is. Shoot, I've got a good colleague friend of mine that gets up at 10, but she works till midnight. She's cool with that, right? She's putting in a ton of hours and just as effective as those that get up at 4, 5, and 6 a.m. It's really not about what time you get up. It's about how effective you are with the time that you have and prioritizing what you need to accomplish. Building a calendar. I literally do that, right? I am like, hey, 6:30, I'm up 30 minutes. I'm just going to hang out and read a book. And then I'm going to go to the gym. I don't necessarily go to the gym as much as I should, so I'm failing in that area. But as an example, could go to the gym for an hour. Cool, now I'm at 7:30. I got 30 minutes to get ready to start my day at 8. Our team has a meeting every day at 8 a.m. It's called a huddle. I need to be ready to go for that as a leader, so I'm in the office, ready to go by 8 o'clock, logged in, fired up. My calendar shows I have a meeting from 8 to 8:30. My rest of the calendar has all my meetings in it that others need from me or I need to have of them. And then in between then, I'm putting all my priorities and filling in my calendar, right? And priorities might be it definitely should be lead generation. That ought to be your number 1 priority every single day until you have enough business and you feel like you have enough of a pipeline that perhaps you can back off that a little bit. But when you're first starting or when a shifting market is happening like right now, you are absolutely going to need to lead generate, and that needs to be your number 1 priority. All right, that is how successful people do. They also put in their calendar at the beginning of the year their vacations. Like you work this job to have a life by design and to have fun and to make money, and working every day forever is not exactly a life by design in my opinion. So put those in there, schedule around it. That's your vacation, just like you would do at a corporate job, right? Put those things in there. Where we get in trouble is we start to take too many vacations, we extend our vacations, and we don't make up the work based on all of that happening, right? Maybe originally we have 2 to 3 weeks vacation, all of a sudden we end up with 12 weeks of vacation. And guess what? Or, hey, kids are out of school for Christmas break, I can't really work. Well, okay, you got to kind of treat that as like a vacation, if you will, if you're not able to work. Hey, the summer's here, the kids are home. Cool, kind of have to understand that that's going to affect your business, right? So just really looking forward and understanding a year out what it might look like. Now, you're not going to know when you're going to get sick. You're not going to know when a kid has to have a surgery or they break a bone, right? Those are just life circumstances and you work around those things. So that's a long-winded way to say a schedule, and not only just having a schedule, but having a priority schedule. Therefore, by the end of the night, I go in and go, what did I accomplish today? Good job. Not good job, right? What can I learn for tomorrow? What do I need to prioritize for tomorrow? And I'm doing that basically every day, right? Now I can go to bed at night. I can have my routine. Humans crave routine. Even though we like to be flexible and be our own boss, we're most effective when we're in a daily routine. And that's very critical and true. And I think if you look at any research or studies, that it'll confirm that. All right, what do unsuccessful people agents do? Basically, they fly by the seat of their pants every day. I'm so overwhelmed and busy. I'm like, I get twice as much done as you do because I'm more effective, I'm more efficient, I'm more intentional. I don't just run around like, let my day run me, right? That's the big thing is, too many people let the day run them instead of taking charge and running the day. That's huge. And I think what I see a lot of times in this business is a lot of people are in overwhelm mode. Well, there's a couple reasons for that. One, they're not coaching their clients to go, hey, don't take calls at midnight. Thank you very much, right? I'm a business owner. I run a business like a doctor. I'm 8 to 5. Call me after 5, text me, and I might or might not respond until the next day, right? So a lot of that is letting our clients, make us work 24 hours a day. Other things are just being disorganized and not really having a clue about what we do every day because we don't want to build a calendar. We just want to wake up because we want the flexible lifestyle. Well, lifestyle's not flexible when you have 6 or 7 pendings and you're just kind of running around with your head cut off because you don't have any intention in your schedule. I think that's probably the biggest thing I see with successful people is they prioritize, they are intentional, and they have a schedule. And it doesn't mean a schedule's perfect. Things are going to happen. A meeting's going to run over. An emergency's going to happen. Things are just going to happen that you have to be prepared for, and you just reschedule some things, right? You can't forget it. You just have to move it and continue to do that, and you might have to stay later in the day, right? It is what it is. So hopefully that kind of helps you a little bit around this topic, and always happy to hear your input. Put your comments down below. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell. Here's my Calendly link if you want to reach out and talk to me anytime about anything. I do have a pretty dialed-in schedule, so I'm always happy to share that with you and just or even consult you and talk to you about your schedule and maybe make some tweaks to it. Thanks.